Hi everyone, it's Stephanie. Welcome. This video is episode 7 in the Scrappy Fabric Snippet Roll Challenge. I do have other videos on this, so if you're new to my channel or new to this challenge, I highly recommend checking that out. I do have a playlist and it explains the challenge, and it shows you lots of different ideas. Each video I try to do something a bit different. The challenge, this particular challenge ends October 1st, but you can start this challenge at any time. This challenge is to encourage you and basically show how you can just use your scraps. Use this project as a side project, a scrap buster project, and a prep project for upcoming projects that you might have in mind. I make various different things with fabric snippet rolls, and one of them is snippet bowls, snippet roll bowls, and I'm going to be also coming up, I'm going to be making boxes with them and making videos of those. I do have videos on how to quilt the bottom. The snippet rolls that I make usually are not quilted, and I go into explanation about that in the other videos. So from the last video to now, I want to show you what I've worked on and what I'm planning. I'm also going to go back into how I construct a snippet bowl that's like really scrappy without batting. So let's get started with this snippet roll first. I've been going through bags. I keep finding, like, I've got several big huge containers and bins collected over the years of scraps, and also like even tiny scraps from previous projects. So this one is this material is wool, and it's, once upon a time it was a skirt. So I just cut down the scraps a bit more and I created this snippet with it, and this wool is really thick. I love that. And I also layered it. And that's one of the key elements to making fabric snippet bowls, is if you're not going to use batting, is to layer your fabrics a little bit. And also, you don't have to. It really just depends on the thickness of the fabric, what style you're going for, and whatever you like best. So I am just here to help you get started on these and share my techniques with you and so forth. So look at that. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to have to do a whole lot of stitching on this one, and I love slow stitching, so I may do some like light stitching along here, or maybe add some stitching going in different directions on some of them. I'm not entirely sure yet, but this one stands up really well. Isn't that fantastic? So I've done this one, and I have a bit more of this fabric, so I might make the snippet longer, and then I will join it to another snippet that's about this size. I'm making various size snippet rolls, and like this one, this probably I'll join it to this one. Eventually I'm going to join all the snippet rolls together just so I can have it in one place. And in the other videos I go into explanation about connecting the snippet rolls together, and it's a temporary stitch, like basting. Basically that's what you're doing. If you're a quilter, you'll get that, the basting, but even if you're not, I mean, that's just basically what I'm doing. Like, for instance, and it doesn't have to be a perfect basting. I just took some cheap sewing thread and made 3 stitches like that. And I do have in the other previous videos, not the last one, but I share, these are some rolls that I've made in the videos, and you can see more of this roll by checking those videos out. So in this one I made last week, and I knew I had some more, but I actually think I have a lot more than this. So I'm going to continue to make, so this was from an old blouse. I believe it was a button-up shirt. Some people call them button-down shirts. I call them button-up shirts. So I'm going to make more of that snippet. Now, so also I want to go over, okay, I'm going to take these snippets out that I'm working on. Okay, so I've been working on some mixed media projects, so I've got a bit of that going on here. Okay, so this is one of the bowls I've made last year, and what I did was I took I made like rolls of just like, I think it's an inch, or maybe an inch and a half of snippets. And then I cut the rolls into like various size snippets. And I overlapped them and I stitched them together. I do have videos on another bowl where I showed how I sewed the snippets on. And eventually I would like to try a bowl where essentially the shape is going to probably be more of an oval, and I want to make a vessel and try to see how many layers I can go without using batting. So that's going to be a really fun challenge. That's probably going to be an upcoming video after this challenge is over. That'll be one of the projects. So, and what I'm going to show you, so let's see, I'm trying to think here. Okay, so I just grabbed some scraps, and when I'm basting with Elmer's glue, you don't have to glue the entire surface of the fabric to the denim, or whichever fabric you're working with. So I'm going to put this back in here so I would like to make a bigger bowl to hold all my rolls. That would be so cool. That would be a big project, but it would be fun. So what you could do is, when I put the scraps on, like here, I just grab my scraps. I didn't bother cutting these scraps down. I just did that. And then I'll go back and just cut that. And I'll still have these scraps that I can keep using. And I'm not folding. You can if you want, like if you want more of a clean line, you can fold the fabric. But I make scrappy bowls, so I cut them like that. And sometimes I leave the fabric overlapping a little bit, and then I love this frayed look. And you can see I just keep adding different color stitches, and I'm getting these little bits everywhere. I use crochet thread, and it's cotton, I believe it's Egyptian cotton, to sew. I like that because it's really soft, and I get more projects out of these, and it's cost effective. And I do use embroidery floss occasionally. So what I'm going to do is just going to cut this, and so I cut these to make snippets in various sizes, and then I do a slow stitch on them. And it's so relaxing, and such a great project to do in the evening time to wind down. So like you can just make you a whole bunch of rolls, cut them in snippets, and start working on your snippets. You can even, if you want to do like embroidery, you can do that too. But I just like, needle is not very sharp. I recommend using a sharp needle for this. I believe one of the members of the Ugly Stitch Club, when I had the Facebook group opened, her name's Anne, she made these stitches, but she also made flowers and sewed on some different stitches and stuff like that. So that's a really fun idea. I did that on a bowl too. I added the fly stitch even over my slow stitching, and it turned out really cute. So I just grabbed this needle real fast without thinking I need a sharper needle. Yeah. So I'm trying to think here. Okay, so this particular fabric, I didn't think I had any left, or I just had little tiny bits. And I was going through the bin that I keep a lot of old scraps in from previous projects, and I still have a little, it wasn't very much, but there was a little bit left in a gallon-sized bag. And I was super excited because I really love this fabric. And I still have some more of these sizes, so I'm gonna try to get a lot of the scraps onto these and make a bowl or a box out of it. I'm probably gonna make a bowl. I've not tried to make a box out of snippet strips this thin before. Actually, that might be a really good challenge. So anyway, so this particular fabric I made a bowl with, and a snippet roll quilt. And what I did with these snippets, I put it on muslin to make a snippet, and then I grabbed some denim strips and I sewed the snippet to the denim. And then I did a bit of a whip stitch to sew the bottom. There's various stitches. You can even use the running stitch to sew the bottom, or the snippets to your bottom. And I used felt for the bottom for the batting. And I made a little collage fabric house. That's the fly stitch to put in the bowl. So isn't that pretty fabric? I love this fabric. And then I added some mixed media. Some of my little tags, paper tags, fabric tags. Did a bit of couching. I did a little applique. I cut out some flowers and sewed them down. There's another tag. So you can really mix it up and do various things. And this is the quilt. I've got it a show and tell in another video that I made from that fabric. And this is a fabric snippet roll quilt. And this is a smaller one. I like to drape this over my lap when I'm working on sewing projects in the evening time. Next year I will be making a bigger one, and I have talked about that, and that will also be a tutorial as well. So definitely be on the lookout for that video. Also, when I had the Facebook group for the Ugly Stitch Club, I did go into explanation in the group why I was closing it. I'm not going to speak about it publicly, but many of you do know why I had to close it. But one of the members of the Facebook group, her name's LinnieP, that's her YouTube name, and I will put her link in the description area below. She, based on my tutorials in the group, I had not put them on YouTube yet at the time. She made a snippet bowl from my tutorials, and she did such a fantastic job. I love her style, and her style is, of course, it's different from mine, and that's absolutely wonderful, and I just love what she did with it. I love her take on it, so I highly recommend checking out her channel, and I'm going to give you, in the description area, I'm going to put the direct link to the video so you can watch it. And if you do, please comment on her video and let her know that I sent you her way. But she did such a great job with it, and she really enjoyed it and had a great time with it. So she also has a lot of inspiration from her bowl that she made as well. So that was really cool that she did that. So anyhow, I'm going to cut this up and I'm going to finish making the snippets for this, and then trim them or cut them to the size snippets I want, and I'm going to make something with it. In the evening times, I'm just going to stitch on this. I have so many stitching projects in the evening times. I just put them in like a basket or something, and I just grab what I'm in the mood to work on. And I really highly recommend getting into slow stitching. One of the reasons too why I started the Ugly Stitch Club was because sometimes I think with social media we're intimidated to show our work. There are people who judge, or they can be rather abrasive and so forth, but one of the things is your art and your sewing projects are yours, and if you're enjoying it and making it, that's the most important part of stitching and sewing. There are no rules. You don't have to follow the rules. You learn the techniques and go your own way. That is your journey, and I really encourage people to do that, because something to enjoy, something to have a part of your life, and it's really worthwhile. It truly is, and you can grow and learn so much just from sewing, slow stitching, and working with fabrics. And but anyways, that's one of the reasons why I created that group. There's many different reasons. And I love the Scrappy look. And I love wonky stitches. They're beautiful. They really are. And when you create something you love, that is beautiful. And no one can tell you different. So that is my advice for today. I feel like I'm getting better. I'm still a bit feeling weak from last week. I was really sick. And I have not been, I'm supposed to be resting, and I haven't been as much as I should. So I hope you like this video and give it a thumbs up, and I am so thankful that you are here watching this, and I hope it encourages you and inspires you. And if you haven't, please subscribe to my channel, because I have a lot of projects coming up I think you'll really like, and I want you to be encouraged and inspired to try something new. And definitely don't forget to check out those links in the description area, and check out my other videos. I am trying to be better about creating playlists, so you'll have everything in those playlists that you need. I've still got a lot of work to do on it, but there is definitely a playlist for this challenge. So I will see y'all tomorrow for Wildcard Wednesday, What's in the Box. That's a new series I've started, and it's another great series to just create with limited supply and so forth, and that's another encouragement as well. So okay, well, I will see y'all next time. My best to you and yours. Bye for now.